Hello, YouTube. In today's video, we're going to be covering another pretty disappointing subject. For me, this is very disappointing and just like a bleak signal of where society's headed. So, the subject we're going to be covering today is these two girls right here. As you can see from this initial image, they are sitting in the back of a cop car, laughing, smiling. So, us being normal people here, we would assume they're just kids. They're probably laughing about getting arrested for shoplifting, or maybe they were caught with weed or something. These two girls, 14 and 15 years old, were caught plotting to kill their 15-year-old male classmate to resurrect the Sandy Hook shooter, Adam Lanza. Again, that's the Sandy Hook shooter. The one on the left, let's just say the larger one of the two, I'm just gonna call her Gorlock. I'm just gonna call this girl right here Gorlock, okay? But anyway, it was her idea. She was obsessed with the Sandy Hook shooter, and she grew this fixation on a male classmate of hers because he somewhat resembled the Sandy Hook shooter, and thought that by killing him and drinking his blood, she would form this like blood connection to the actual Sandy Hook shooter that died and bring him back to life. And then she found this girl, Lois, the 14-year-old. She is actually somewhat of a well-known Tumblr artist. There is a Google Drive that contains all of her artwork. It's disgusting, I'm not gonna lie. I think she even drew a school shooter with his dick out. We're gonna look at the Google Drive and her entire lore on the internet because she actually had a decent online presence. We're gonna get to that again in a little bit. Lois would draw fan art for Gorlock here, depicting Gorlock and the boy that she wanted to kill, the classmate's dead body. It's just a prime example of what unfiltered, unrestricted internet access does to these cornball teenagers. We're gonna do a little bit of a deep dive today. This is what I wanted to talk about. What we're gonna quickly learn is that this girl, this is the 14-year-old, it wasn't her idea to kill the boy, but she did help the larger girl. But what we're gonna learn is that this girl right here is actually a popular artist. The internet is actually kind of idolizing this girl and making edits of her. So you know what, let's just get into it. This is the first edit that I found of her.
I just wanna be there for you, but you don't know me, and I don't know you, so you ignore me, and I ignore you, and that's a problem, like that's the issue.
It's just so cringe. It's so obviously try hard, performative, edgy. I'm so glad the comments on this TikTok are attacking this person. Let me show you guys another example. Yeah, it's disgusting. I feel like it's just becoming more and more common these days in the youth because of the internet, because of how desensitized people are. Everybody's just trying to be edgy. Like, more and more people need to be bullied. I'm sorry. Like, these kinds of people aren't bullied enough, and they're getting too comfortable, bro. They're getting too comfortable. This is what I found in one of the comment sections. I believe this was a comment about the police footage that we're gonna watch today. I'm gonna show you guys the police footage of the two girls talking and gossiping in the backseat of the cop car. So this person says, role play. What? And then the creator here clarifies, they're role playing Eric and Dylan from the Columbine shooting. Oh, wait, here's another TikTok that I found that I think deserves to be made fun of more. So this TikTok here says, POV, your favorite 0-day artist gets arrested for attempted murder. This creator is referring to the girl on the right. This is some of the art that she would make about the Columbine shooters.
They call this solid, 'cause I am faster than sound. I keep on jumping around.
And then she was on ED Twitter as well, dude. Like, she would post pictures of her vomit. The thing that I want to highlight with this TikTok is, why is there a fandom around this film? It's called 0 Day. It's a film about two teenage boys that shoot up a school, and it documents the lead up to the day that they commit the shooting. And it's pretty clear that it takes after the Columbine shooting. So why is there a fandom? I get having the opinion that it's a good film. Like, it highlights important issues, it highlights subjects that we're supposed to talk about. Why is there a fandom? The only types of people you're gonna find in a fandom about a school shooter movie is, again, wannabe teenage edgelords that want attention, that idolize the bad guys. So yeah, I think with that being said, guys, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys this creator's TikTok. I found this creator summarizing the whole situation. In case I missed anything, I think this girl did a really good job.
These teenage girls were plotting to kill a teenage boy in order to bring back, to resurrect, the Sandy Hook killer. This one goes by Jimmy, and her real name is Isabel Valdez. She's 15 years old, and then this is her best friend who is 14 years old, Lois Lippert or Lippert. Anyways, the two of them are from Florida, and they came up with this entire plot to murder a 15-year-old boy who was a classmate of theirs. Isabel bought a large knife that was either 10 to 12 inches long, along with gloves, trash bags, wipes, flowers for the boy's funeral. She was planning for his funeral and planning on attending.
This is completely premeditated. There is no excuse of mental health or anything, mental illness. No.
Was planning for his funeral and planning on attending, and cigarettes so she could smoke them after the funeral. And Lois was helping out by buying other supplies for the murder as well as sharpening the knife. Isabella allegedly told school officials that she was hearing voices telling her to stab the boy in the bathroom to form a blood bond in order to bring back to life this sick motherfucker.
There you go. I think I missed that detail. She wanted to form a blood bond with the Sandy Hook shooter. Jesus Christ.
In order to bring back to life this sick motherfucker, who as a reminder took the lives of 20 innocent children and 6 innocent adults. All of these people had their lives cut short because of Adam Lanza, and this deranged individual wanted to commit a murder in order to bring him back. When the two of them were arrested in January, they were making jokes in the back of the cop car. They took this entire thing as a joke, saying like, oh, now we're gonna become lesbian lovers in jail. And this one was saying how she wanted to look hot in her mugshot, but couldn't find makeup that morning.
This one right here, Isabel Gorlock, she was trying to look pretty for her mugshot. Yo! Before we get into part 2 of the explained, here is an actual snippet of the two girls in the back of the car laughing it up.
Are you gonna be in the same one?
What do you mean, same one?
Same jail?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Are we gonna be in the same jail? Yeah. Yay! Shut the fuck up, bro.
Oh my god. I knew I shouldn't have told him. Because he was like, oh, can you please tell me I can't sleep tonight? Fuck you!
Oh, I think right here in this moment, they're both getting mad at a guy that snitched. Because, yeah, I think this bigger girl right here, Isabel, I think she might have accidentally leaked a little bit to some other classmate, right? And they rightfully went and turned around and snitched on them. That's not even snitching at that point. We shouldn't call that snitching. That is called being a good person and, like, reporting something. Yeah.
God. She's such a fucking snitch. We're gonna become one of those lesbian couples now in jail?
Yeah, and you could be the butch.
Yes. Hey.
I'm so glad that they're getting punishment. And then guess what, guys? A little spoiler. I have some good news already. They're going to be tried as adults. Thank you, justice system, finally, for getting something right. And guess what? They were denied bond. So they can't even be at home while waiting for the main trial to take place. So that's really, really good. Let's go ahead and look at part 2.
Yeah, no, they're giggling because they were planning on committing murder and were caught. They weren't joking about committing murder. They weren't like, oh, Colin's so annoying, I'm gonna kill him next week. Oh, in actuality, Jimmy, her real name is Isabel Valdez, and Lois Lippert, they 15 and 14-year-olds were buying knives, they were buying wipes, they were buying garbage bags, they were buying everything they could possibly need to kill their 15-year-old male classmate because he apparently had a resemblance to the Sandy Hook shooter, Adam Lanza, and they thought that if they murdered him in the bathroom, that they could form a blood bond to resurrect Adam. These children are making fun of the fact and kind of glorifying the fact that 20 children and 6 adults died.
Yeah, forget about the fact that it's stupid. Obviously, it's not possible to resurrect somebody that's dead, but it's just the principle that you would want to bring somebody like that back from the dead.
They seriously want to bring back him, who destroyed numerous lives that day and then didn't even have to face justice for what he did because he took himself out first. And then on top of that, they were completely fine with the idea of taking away an innocent life, their own classmate. And then they're finding it hilarious that they got busted for it, and we're talking about how like, oh, they're probably not going to get that long, it's probably going to be a slap on the wrist.
As we're going to see in the original footage of the cop car, we're gonna watch more of it in a little bit. This girl right here, the artist, Miss Popular apparently, she in the video video was like, oh, I'm not going to get nearly as much time as you. You're going to be in there for a long time because you're being tried as an adult. Okay, here we go, guys. Warning. Part 3, I think this is where we're going to get into more of the artist girl. We're getting into her internet lore, and I'm going to show you guys the Google Drive. Yeah.
What did these two teenagers do to end up in the back of a cop car? The 14 and 15-year-old were planning on killing their classmate by luring him into the school bathroom, slitting his throat, and then drinking his blood.
Yeah, to form a stupid ass blood bond with a dead school shooter.
So that way they could bring back Adam Lanza from the dead. And this one, Isabel Valdez, who wants to be called Jimmy, idolized him. And she recruited her best friend, Lois Lipper, to help in the murder. And look, they were actually planning on going through with this. They stalked the boy repeatedly. Lois actually drew pictures of him dead and how they would do it. They bought the knives, the gloves, the wipes, the garbage bags. They even bought cigarettes and flowers for after he was dead.
Dude, they even prepared for his funeral. They bought flowers and cigarettes to smoke at his funeral. That's why I emphasize this girl isn't safe. Just because it wasn't her original idea, now that they have proof of her purchasing things, purchasing materials to help her friend kill, you're accessory to premeditated murder.
They even bought cigarettes and flowers for after he was dead. Now, that student is thankfully alive and unharmed, but what happened is that Isabel had told someone else, like another classmate, what her plans and what Lois's plans were, and that person turned them in. And if you watch the police car footage that I have posted, they're literally making fun of this person and talking about how they're like a narc and how they're a snitch and all that stuff when they're literally planning on killing someone. They're still sitting in jail because the prosecution played the police body cam footage of them in the car making light of this entire situation. And the judge was like, no, we're not going to let you out. We're not going to let you be at home and be supervised by your parents because you're clearly a threat to the community.
So before we get into this last part, because I think this is where we're going to go ahead and start learning about the art. Oh, you can see it right here. Look. Yep. Here we go. I'm going to show you guys the Google Drive now before we watch this. It's Google Drive time. But yeah, sneak peek. This is an example of the fan art. This girl would draw Gorlock here because Gorlock wanted it, portraying or depicting Gorlock next to her soon-to-be victim, the boy that she wanted to kill. Here we go, guys. Oof, warning. Each of these folders contains art dedicated to the characters of the school shooting movie, Andre and Calvin. I think these are two of the school shooters from the film. Let's do Calvin first. I think I'm going to go ahead and go full screen to go to the next image because I think the next image is what had the dick in it. I was right. Okay. Yep. This is a fan art of Calvin holding his dick. That is disgusting. Here we go. Let's continue. But yeah, this is more art of Calvin holding his gun. Self-harm shit. Let me just make sure there's no more sexual shit. Okay, yeah, no, it's just, here's more. You can't cure somebody who has nothing wrong with them. Let's go to the other folder. This is of Andre. Let me quickly scan to see if there's any. Oh yeah, there's another dick. Okay, it's only one dick. I'm gonna have to be super careful. I'm gonna have to be super careful because there is another sexual image. So this is of Andre. Yeah, these were the pictures that the artist would post on Tumblr, and they were apparently pretty popular. This is just more nasty cringe shit. Yeah. Animations. There's an animations folder. Let's see these. Glorifying school shooters.
Because of you, I laugh a little harder, cry a little less, and smile a lot more. Because you're my best friend.
Ew, they would like ship the two school shooters together. What the fuck? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna show it. I'm showing it. These girls would ship these school shooters together. Yeah, this is them going to court. Ew. It's just wannabe attention-seeking shit. Anyway, let's just continue on to the explained video.
They made fanfiction stalker art of the boy they were planning on killing. So Lois was apparently really well known on Tumblr. She was known for her art like this piece. Or this one, which is a bit strange considering they were planning on slitting a boy's throat. Or this one. She was known as Fox Fever on Tumblr. But she also drew art for her friend Isabel of the boy that they were were planning on stalking and killing, including this piece where this clearly appears to be Isabel, and this is the boy who they were planning on killing.
So yeah, Lois literally drew fan art for Isabel, aka Gorlock, depicting Isabel and her soon-to-be victim together on the floor.
Isabel had even allegedly written this about the boy that they were stalking. He smiles like Dylan, looks like Adam, is absolute perfection. He is the perfect example of what can be made. He looks like a doll. I adore him. I'm in the worst parasocial relationship with him, and Fox has been drawing me art of us. I've been following him around and whatnot. The more I learn about these two, the more I'm like, where were your parents? Where are your parents? Who allowed you guys to get to this point? You can't tell me there weren't warning signs. The next time they'll be appearing in court is next month on April 29th of 2026.
April 29th is when they're expected to go on trial for their actual sentencing, which is really good. So 1 month from now. So this is the footage of them being denied bond and everybody celebrating.
Today is that
So that's about it. That's about it in terms of like what I wanted to show y'all in terms of TikToks. I think what I'm going to show y'all next is the raw footage now of them sitting in the cop car and talking. There's Gorlock. Gorlock.
Yeah!
Wait, they went through his phone?
No, they're going to go through his phone. He's gonna be. Oh my god. Yeah! Hey, what are you doing here?
No, he's not.
Gonna be arrested too.
What? Why?
Yes, I told him he knew. He didn't report me. I told him already.
Because it was anonymous tip, but I was just assuming it was by the writing.
Yeah.
Just like
It was.
It's good that they're protecting the identity of the person who did tip, who reported them. Yeah.
She's such a fucking snitch.
God, such a fucking snitch. Where's my Twinkie? Where's my 10 pounds of chicken? And where's my chocolate bar? Oh, somebody in chat said the big arch from McDonald's, bro.
it's so cold in that room.
Which, I know. Dude, they had me sitting there and I was so. Dude, they took away my chocolate.
No!
Nah, oh my god. I called it. I fucking called it. They took away my chocolate. Gorlock, you do not need more chocolate. You will live.
It's more comfortable than the last car I was in. Police car. I had my things behind my back, but like they had it like really bad and shit. I had to like go into like crazy positions to feel like, comfortable, and he was an hour-long car ride.
Dude, last time they didn't even put me in handcuffs. They just stuck me. And they let me take my stuff too. I was able to take like some of my little ponies, my plush, and my phone. Ooh, you trying to look good for your mugshot?
Oh shit, am I gonna get a mugshot?
What, we're going to jail? What do you think?
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
Dude, I was gonna do my makeup this morning for the mugshot, but I couldn't find anything.
I'm glad I don't actually look too bad today.
I look horrible.
And here, this girl on the right, she's so happy that she's gonna look pretty for her mugshot because she did her makeup. And then look what they did. They fucking scrubbed off her makeup anyway. So yeah, fuck out of here, bitch.
Honestly, we're probably gonna get like a minimum of what, 4 years or so.
I'm not getting 4 years.
Yes, you are. You helped.
Dude, that was like, I'm not getting that. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, see, so like this girl, the popular artist girl, she is like so certain in this moment that she's not gonna get any kind of time in prison. Thought she was gonna get a slap on the wrist. But yeah, I mean, now they're getting tried as adults. Probably gonna be looking at, if I had to guess, because this was premeditated murder, my guess is that this girl here, she's gonna get like 10 years. 10 to 15, I think. And I think this girl is gonna get anywhere from 5 to 10. I'm leaning more towards 8. But yeah, I mean, that's about it for this subject. I just wanted to touch on that and roast these girls, make fun of them, because yeah, I mean, these people do not deserve any edits. They don't deserve to smile. Very cringe situation. Let me know if you guys want any like kind of update on this when the time comes in April 29th. Yeah, April 29th is when their hearing is in front of court. So no, yeah, I think that would be pretty interesting. Anyway, that's all. Peace out, YouTube. I'll see you guys in the next one.